Hey guys, welcome back to the Motorcycle Room. It's an exciting day today. This is Saturday and it's around 7 in the morning right now. I left Boston at like 4:55 a.m. to try to meet up with my friend Sam to go do Supermoto for the first time. If you guys don't know what Supermoto is, it's a combination of road racing and motocross where half the course is on a road course and half of it is a motocross course with jumps and berms and stuff like that. And it's usually done on a converted motocross bike with 17-inch wheels that accept road race tires. Really looking forward to it. I'm going to OVRP in New York State, Oakland Valley Raceway Park. It's about 4 hours from Boston, so definitely a trek for me. I usually don't drive farther than like an hour and a half to do any activities, especially for the day. But my friend Sam is going to lend me his Supermoto bike, and I really couldn't pass up the opportunity. So really looking forward to a great day of riding and trying something new. So initial impression of Supermoto is that it was really fun. As you can see, I'm not hitting any of these doubles. I've never hit a double on a dirt bike, and my friend Sam, who I went with, actually broke his collarbone at this track hitting a double under committing. And I didn't really want to hurt myself my first time out doing Supermoto, so I basically took all the jumps really conservatively throughout the whole day. Except for this tabletop, which I think towards the end of the day I was almost clearing it, or I was very close to clearing the end of that table. Supermoto is a lot more relaxed than a track day. There's no tech inspection, or at least there wasn't at this track, and it was a lot of riding time. I would say usually with track days or race practice, when I go out there, I'm getting like maybe an hour to an hour and a half of riding. And I didn't record every session of this, but I ended up at the end of the day with over 3 hours of video footage just from my GoPro from riding. So the amount of seat time that you can get if you do the pavement only and also the Supermoto sessions is at least like 30 minutes every hour over the course of the full day. So that adds up to a lot of riding and a lot of seat time where you can get a lot faster pretty quickly, I think. So that was one of the main benefits of Supermoto. It's also just incredibly fun. The switch of body position from road racing was pretty interesting, but not something that was hard for me to pick up. If you actually watched that crash in the very beginning, the reason that I crashed there was because I was doing the whole Supermoto foot out style for a few laps, and then I decided, oh, I'll try and see how it goes with the road race style, and I ended up hitting my foot peg on the ground because this Supermoto bike really doesn't have that much ground clearance. I was trying to do the whole knee out thing, had my foot, in the foot peg, and it just lifted the rear tire off, and I lost it. So this is the bike that I was riding. I believe it's a 2015 FC250 Husqvarna with basically just a big brake kit and Supermoto wheels. And I think it also has suspension done and some sliders and stuff like that, but really basically a dirt bike. It was a ton of fun to ride, super friendly on the power. I'm used to my 252 stroke, which kind of kicks you in the butt if you get on it too hard. I did have a couple crashes on this 250, but they were definitely my fault, pushing a little bit too hard on the corner exit and just losing it over the bumps. Because although this was a kart track that was recently repaved, it was way bumpier than I thought it would be, especially in certain sections of the track, like this sort of square turn. The exit of this turn was really bumpy, and what happened was I was on the gas on the exit coming out, and I carried in a lot of corner speed that time, and I ended up just completely losing the rear over the bumps and maybe whiskey throttling it, but I just left this huge streak of rubber on the pavement and went down. But then I just got back up and kept riding. I mean, that's the best part about Supermoto is I think for most crashes, and a lot of other people crashed, you just get back up and you keep riding, and that alone is a reason to do it, in my opinion. With road racing, I think, replacing rear sets, replacing clip-ons, controls, all that stuff adds up and kind of makes you not want to crash and not want to push. Obviously, I was on a borrowed bike, so I didn't really want to crash it either, but I did, and it was fine. I'll close out this video with some raw laps from the end of the day, both pavement and Supermoto. I definitely felt like I was able to improve a lot over the course of this day at the track, and although I was extremely tired by the end of the day, it was 100% worth it, and I will definitely be picking up a Supermoto setup of some sort for next year so that I can do this with more regularity. I want to say a big thanks again to Sam for letting me borrow his bike, and I'm looking forward to getting that repair bill back from him so that I can reimburse him for everything that I messed up in my couple crashes that I had. If you're thinking about giving Supermoto a try, whether you do motocross or road racing or just track days, I would say wholeheartedly you should definitely do it. It's one of the most fun things that I've ever done, and it is well worth the $45 for a day of practice. I don't think there's really any cheaper way to get seat time on a motorcycle at a track other than motocross, and I think that if you want to improve and become a better motorcyclist or a better road racer, this is 100% the best way to do it. But I'm also a total amateur and don't know what I'm talking about. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.